Continuing with the article, she says, Spotify loves chill playlists. They're the purest distillation of its ambition to turn all music into emotional wallpaper. Note how the generically designed, nearly stock photo images attached to these playlists rely on the selfsame clickbaity tactics of content farms, famous for attacking a reader's basest human moods and instincts. And this is the other thing about this stuff, is not only is it playing on like lowest common denominators, I think it's destroying the ability that music has to communicate, which is the biggest power of music. And maybe that's why they fear it so much, and they're trying to basically neutralize it, turn it into wallpaper. And just so that you know the kind of future that Spotify is planning for us as we become basically wallpaper designers. There was a recent article on complex.com where they covered Daniel Ek, who's the CEO and founder of Spotify. We are all listener engagement machines, according to Mr. Ek. You can't record once every 3 or 4 years and think that it's going to be enough. Now, outside of Pink Floyd, I do not, or Fleetwood Mac maybe, I don't know of anyone who has the luxury of spending 3 or 4 years working on an album or between albums. Continuing, X said, the artists today realize that it's about creating a continuous engagement with their fans. It is about putting the work in, about the storytelling around the album. The album? And about keeping a continuous dialogue with your fans. I wonder how in touch with reality any of this is. And I wasn't the only one. Now, of course, in this day and age, the reaction to this when it came out in July on Twitter was not particularly favorable. With Malcolm Jack at MB Jack on Twitter saying, because famously artists who write, record, release, promote an album, then tour it solidly for 2 years, then go straight back into the studio to do another one, then start the whole cycle all over again, are just lazy. Yeah. What planet did Mr. Eck wake up on this morning? It wasn't this one, because this is the life of a successful band. The less successful ones don't get to do that. Continuing on, Zola Jesus, another Twitter user and musician with a pretty big following, added, it is extremely clear that Spotify's billionaire Daniel Ek has never made music, or art of any kind for that matter. He refuses to understand there's a difference between commodities and art. The potential for cultural growth will suffer because of it. Yeah, exactly. There will be no cultural growth. We are moving towards a year zero situation, right? There was no past, there is no future. Every day is the same. Enjoy your wallpaper music. Feel free, if you have any ideas, to reach out and talk to me on Twitter at _Martin Hawley. I try to check in regularly. And please support me if you like what I'm doing